time for the best coverage of high school football in the Valley. This is the Best Local Sports Show with Sports Director Blake Arthur, Sports Anchor Bailey Arredondo, and the News Channel 3 sports team.
Here we go. Week 10 of high school football. Give me the rock. Only 2 games left in the regular season, and the top dogs in the desert separating themselves from the pack. Plus, teams that aren't vying for a league title still are shooting for a playoff spot in the DVL and DEL. It's week 10 of high school football on the Best Local Sports Show. Buckle up, Coachella Valley. It's time.
You're here watching the Best Local Sports Show at Aztec Stadium.
We're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show.
Oh, I love it.
You're watching the Best Local Sports Show.
One more.
You're watching high school football
on the Best Local Sports Show.
Let's go Indians! It's senior night on the Best Local Sports Show.
Welcome into the Best Local Sports Show. I'm Bailey Arredondo. Yes, no Blake Arthur this week. He is on assignment in Seattle, so no double scoop of BAs, but we stay ready, so we don't have to get ready. And listen, this season I feel is a start of a little bit of a change of scenery in the football landscape here in the desert. Palm Desert has dominated in recent years, but LQ showed us that, hey, the Aztecs are vulnerable this season. And next to take the test is Shadow Hills. This is our game of the week, and remember, last year, PD clinched a share of the league title at Shadow. It was a double overtime thriller that ended with the 2 teams sharing some words. We'll leave it at that. Senior night down on Cook Street, Palm Desert, honored all the seniors from the cheer team, band, and football program. Perhaps the last home game of the year for the Aztecs, and the Knights of Shadow Hills were hoping to spoil the party. Palm Desert would defer the toss, and Shadow's biggest question mark is their offense. And the Aztecs take advantage of a loose ball. That's number 2, Dawson Johnson, in the middle of the pile with the recovery. Comes up with the rock, gives the ball back to the offense. Aztecs in the red zone. Where's 5? Dimitri Chester punches it in. Love the way he competes. Palm Desert up 7-0. Back on offense. Cool, calm, Clem. Love watching him operate, but he loves getting the ball to his playmakers. That's Cameron Tice, over 1,000 receiving yards this year, and puts the Aztecs up 14-0. Shadow would have all sorts of issues on offense, but they are playing against a great defense. Just a few snaps over their head, and hey, Aztecs looking for more. Daniel Yee, watch this move. Whoop! You can't teach that. Gets his team in position. Clemmer. Let it rip. Shooter shoot. He hits Dawson Johnson behind the defense for the touchdown. 21-0 Aztecs, and definitely the best celebration of the year. Aztecs shut out the Knights, looking dominant on offense and defense. Credit Shadow for staying in the game. Palm Desert moves to 3-1 in DEL as the Knights fall to 1-3.
We had a great team win tonight. Another shutout for our defense, so that's 2 in a row. We're playing great, man. So, big league championship match against Palm Springs. If we win, we win league. So, that's what we're about right now.
Next week, you play for Palm Desert, which means you get to play for what? League championship. Get our hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hey, let's go get 6 points. We're gonna steal the moon! Hey, 6 feet on 3! 1, 2, 3, 6 feet!
What was that? We're gonna steal the moon? That a little Despicable Me reference? Hey, if you want it, go get it. PD moves to 3-1 in league, setting up a Week 11 showdown at Palm Springs. That, yes, will likely decide the league title, but the Indians, hey, they still have to take care of business. They're on the road against the Xavier Prep Saints, and XP has been decimated by injuries this season and looking for their first win in league. Here we go. Indians and Saints. Xavier Prep's last home game of the year. And like I said, the story of the Saints has been injuries. See a few of them there. Kyle Hill, just one of the few stars that are out for the Saints. Xavier would get the ball first. Ryder Ruiz trying to get the offense back on track. Tackled by 3 Indians and a zebra. Some bad luck here for XP. Ruiz's pass was tipped up off the knee pad as receiver, and the senior Jesse Manning comes up with the interception. So here comes Springs. Francisco Yanez running far side, but watch the ball. It's popped out and recovered by Austin McDaniel of the Saints. How about that for double sticks? Austin, just love the way he competes, doesn't give up. Saints wouldn't get anything on that next offensive series, so ball's back to Springs. Jordan Johnson running the rock until he's met by Ruiz. Remember, how many starting quarterbacks are playing both sides of the balls and laying hits like that? Palm Springs in the red zone. Javen Kapler escapes. You know what he does, just makes plays. Haven't called number 9 yet for PS, but there he is. Braden Hapner puts Palm Springs on the board, 7-0. This was a low-scoring game to start, just 10-0 at the half. Got to give credit to Xavier till fighting till the end. Great sack there. But also want to mention that Javen Kapler hobbled off the field. Some concern there with their injury. Remember, he missed all last year with injuries. But Palm Springs, a majority of league, rather, that is, with injuries. 27-8, the final. Palm Springs clinches at least a share of a DEL title. But hey, with the cost, Javen Kapler hobbling off the field. Certainly some concern there for one of the best players in the desert. We hope he's okay. But hey, we cannot wait for the clash between Palm Springs and Palm Desert next week. Get your popcorn ready, but don't go get it just yet. We still have a few games to cover. La Quinta, Rancho Mirage on Q Block, and Coachella Valley looking to stay perfect in the DVL. You're watching Week 10 of high school football on the best local sports show. Welcome back inside our Thousand Palm Studios. This is the best local sports show, and I am Bailey Arredondo, pleased to be with you. Let's tie a bow on the DEL this week. Rancho Mirage at La Quinta. Blackhawks looking to continue their best season in recent years, and the last time these two teams met, Rancho won by just 1 point. The Birdcage, it's always rocking on Q Block. We start here in the third quarter. Senior running back Isaiah Alvarado takes the pitch, makes a beautiful cutback, and takes it to the house. Love watching 16 run the rock. One of my favorite players out here in the desert, just competes, fought through injuries. Last year, didn't get a chance to play, battled some this year, but he's playing. Rancho Mirage had some trouble with La Quinta defense. Quarterback Ethan Zamora feels the pressure. Think he sees an opening, and then, yeah, that's Alvarado. Goes low, flipping over Zamora like a pancake. La Quinta covers the fumble, but hey, the referee said he was down, certainly questionable, but that's their job, not mine. Zaire Rivas, huge fourth down completion. Zamora gets him the ball. Get 20 of the ball as much as you can. That dude just makes plays. Rattlers here in the red zone. Zamora flips it for the score. Double coverage. Excellent grab. Rattlers for the touchdown. Jeremiah Johnson gets the honors, but hey, La Quinta would score in the next drive. Or rather, tough pursuit there by David Medellin as he swarms Zamora facing the fumble. Jose Zendejas with the recovery. La Quinta would score on the next drive, then Alvarado again. Talk to me. 1-6, 57-27 the final. Wow, nearly 60 piece for LQ. They only have one loss in league, and Rancho falls to 1-3. To Thermal, Desert Mirage hosting Coachella Valley, the Date Bowl Classic, an annual battle between the two schools in Coachella. Rams starting the game with really controlling the clock and the run. CV on their first drive, Jacob Mendoza right up the middle for the touchdown, 7-0 Arabs. Second play of the second quarter, Mendoza takes it from inside the 5, puts CV up 14-0 after the extra point. Arab's defense looked good. Senior linebacker, my boy Rene Vidana with the pick, takes it back down from the sidelines. Hey, shout out to Vidanas, man. Rene told me before the season that this is John Wick mode this season for CV, and hey, he's proven it. Desert Mirage doesn't get anything going on offense. CV shuts them out 48-0. They remain perfect in the DVL, and they're back at home next week for a bell game against Indio. And speaking of Indio, let's take a look at other DVL scores. Yucca Valley, listen, a really sneaky good squad. They can certainly make some noise in the playoffs. They beat Cathedral City 41-0. Only one loss in league for them. Rajas, back-to-back wins. They beat DHS on the road. Is that another 0 for Coach Zero? Man, that defense is something, ain't it? Can't wait for the bell game next week. And on Thursday, Banning beat 29 Palms. That snapped their 2-game losing skid. 20-6 the final in Banning. Coming up, we'll show you the complete standings from our 2 leagues. Plus, there's only one place in the desert that showcases the top place each week. It's right here on the Best Local Sports Show. Don't go anywhere. We're back after the break. Finishing the show as we do every week with our plays of the week. But first, let's take a look at the updated standings in the DEL. Palm Springs remains at the top, and they have earned at least a share of the league title. But Palm Desert comes into Springs next week, and with the win, they could certainly share their league title and make some noise. La Quinta only with 1 loss as well. Blackhawks having a great season. And in the DVL, Coachella Valley is that team. They have been on a mission. They earned certainly at least a share of the league title, but Indio comes into town next week for the bell game. They have 1 loss, and so does Yucca. So, next week's games matter. Excited for that, but also excited for our plays of the week. Here we go. Nominee number 1, Dawson Johnson from Brady Clemmer, 36 yards. You've seen Tice, but don't sleep on DJ. Best Selly of the year. Palm Desert Waddles overshadow 21-0. Number 2, Isaiah Alvarado of La Quinta. Love his journey. This dude is a straight dog. Not D-O-G, D-A-W-G. Multi-touchdown night for the senior running back. LQ was dangerous before, but with 16 running the ball like that, watch out. LQ wins at home over Rancho. And last but not least, number 3, Braden Hapner. How about a spin move touchdown for the Indians? He does just about everything for Palm Springs. Runs it, catches it. I even saw him get the ball from the snap, too. He punt returns, kick returns. He does everything. Just a complete player as they win over Xavier. Be sure to vote for your favorite play on our website over the weekend. The winning play will be announced on Monday. That'll do it for this week's edition of the Best Local Sports Show. Thank you to our hardworking team who makes this all possible. Wes Williams, Chris Tarpning, Chris Devlin, Sarah Snow, just a handful, everyone. It's not just me up here. It's so many people, and we love doing it. And we're going to be back next week. Looking forward to it. BA, out.
News Channel 3 is now available on any of these streaming services and on KESQ.com.